In this video, we'll show you through the process of assigning work for classes. If you haven't seen it already, we'd suggest you go back and watch the video on assigning work for individual students first. We'll go ahead here and start by clicking on Manage Classes and selecting a class. We'll choose Year 4 for this example. When we scroll down on this page, we can see the Assigned Work section. Currently, there is no work assigned to this class, so to add some, we'll click on Add New Assigned Work. We then see the same choice that we had for individual students. If we choose Finish Current Word List, then every student in this class will finish their current word list, whatever that might be. In other words, each student in this group is likely to be doing their own different word list. On the other hand, if we choose Set Specific Word List, then this will allocate a particular list to all the students in this class. For this example, we're going to set a specific word list, so we'll click on that button. This takes us to the Word Lists menu, so we can select the list we want to assign. We'll set the list with volcano words, and I'm going to use the search function this time to locate it. I've gone ahead and clicked to confirm my choice, and now I have a number of options. As with individual assigned work, I can choose a due date. Now by doing this, if any of my students do not complete their work by this date, I'll see a red background when I look at my records. The next thing we can do is select students. Now the work you're assigning may not be suitable for all of the students in your class or group, so if we want to exclude them, we can click here to deselect them, and then click Confirm. Now we can choose which activities that we'd like them to do. Initially, all activities start in the selected column. We'll deselect Word Search, Drop and Treasure Hunt, and then just click Confirm when you're happy with your selection. Now we can choose to change the medal required, but in this case we'll stick with the silver medal. Then we just click Create. Now I can see the details of the work that I set on my Manage Classes screen, and I can click this to see the students and their progress. Currently we see the students have not made any progress, but we'll come back to the screen shortly to show you how the progress appears. While we're on this screen, we'll take a look at the Printables option. We can see that we can print out a selected printable activity for each student in this class. As an example, we'll look at the crossword. Now we can exclude any student in the group from this if we want to. When we click Print PDF, we can see that the program has generated an individualized named worksheet for each student. We'll go back to Manage Classes, and now we'll choose another class to look at. We'll look at the literacy group this time. Here we can see that assigned work has been set for these learners. We can see from the green bar that some students have completed this work but others haven't. When we click this button, we can see what stage each student is up to. We can also click on the student's name to see the details, including their logs. We'll go back again and select another class. This time we'll look at the Monday Book Club. We can see here that work has been set, but we've now gone beyond the due date and some students haven't completed it. Again, we click this button and we'll see all the details. So now you can see how to set work for a group, print reinforcement worksheets, and monitor progress. We'll now take a look at how to set a new piece of assigned work using the Finish Current Word List option. This time we'll click the Finish Current Word List button. We won't set a due date or change the students and activities for this piece of work, so we'll just click Create. When we click on this button now, we'll see that some of these learners have some work showing. This is because your learners are likely to be already partway through their current word list. When we click Printables again, we see the printable options. This time we'll select the crossword. The program creates the PDF just as it did before. This time, the program has created a named crossword worksheet for each individual student, despite the fact that each student is on a different level. This is just a quick and easy way of creating a differentiated written activity for every student in your class.